brand positioning and why is it important? So in today's video, we're going to talk about brand positioning. Why is it important for small business owners to have a brand position? And we'll talk about types of brand positionings, examples, and strategies. So that's all coming up right now. So I'm glad you're here today with me on another This Week Marketing Chat. I hope you're ready to learn and talk about branding and brand strategy, which brand positioning is a part of that. So I love to bring you topics that where we're talking about marketing, and in this week's video we're talking about branding. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I got some notes to look at, I got some important definitions to give you, I got some strategies, examples. We're going to get all into it. And also remember, if you have questions, put them in the chat. Let me know what's going on. Also, below this video in the description box, there are links to other videos about branding and marketing, and I hope you go and visit those and take a look at those after we're done with today's discussion. All right, let's get into it. So, what is brand positioning, and why is it important? Now, I got a definition for you, so let me read it. So, brand positioning is been defined as the act of designing your company or brand's offering an image to occupy a distinct place in the mind of your target audience. So, in other words, this describes how a brand is different from its competitors and how it is positioned in your customer mind. So that is very important to know. So remember, I said that branding and brand strategy was about feeling, how your customer feels about you, how they feel about your business, your brand, and what you have to offer. Also, remember, you have to bring the value. If you promise something, you have to deliver it, and it has to be truthful, and it has to meet the needs of your audience. Okay, so are we all agreed about that? If you need to catch up on that, just look in the description box below, and there's some videos to help you catch up. All right, so back to brand positioning. So let's talk about that. So it's about making sure that when your target customers, your target audience thinks of your brand, they know what you have to offer, because being different from your competition, that's not enough anymore. That's not enough. You've got to do more. We've always got to do more. We're moving into Web 3.0, so things have to be more. We got to level it up and bring the oomph. The oomph. I need like a little sound thing. Oomph. So don't worry. We're going to talk about what brand positioning is for you and give you some examples so you understand this topic a little bit more, because I know people get branding confused with marketing. It's two different things. Branding is how you arise out of all of the noise online from competition and how you stand out. So it's no longer acceptable for you simply to say, okay, we're different, or our prices are lower. That's not a differential advantage. That's not the advantage that puts you head and shoulders above your competition. You got to do more, right? You got to do more. Agreed? So we're going to talk about that today. Don't worry. So I give you the definition that I find on all the marketing sites, that marketing the 4P and the marketing mix, all of the jargon. So I'm gonna break it down simple for you. So simple. The simple definition: brand positioning is the space your brand and products hold in the market and in the minds of your market, your customers. Okay, it's always about the customer. Not the customer is right. It's all about them. So when you're thinking about how to approach your strategies for branding and marketing, always put your feet, put your mind, put yourself in the body of your customer, the customer that you want to have. And then that will guide you to make the right decision as far as, well, I don't know if I should do this, or is this okay, or whatever. So always put the mindset of your audience first. So another way to think about brand positioning is, what do you want your customers to think of when they hear your company or your brand's name, or see your branding assets, your logo, your website, when you're posting and everything. What do you want them to see and feel? That's brand positioning. Now, it's more than logos. I always say branding is more than logos. People think logos when they hear branding, but it's much more than that. So we have to worry about, okay, let's take a different approach. Let's get more specific about it, because you want to know what brand positioning is. You want to know the advantages, how's it going to help my business, and you want to have a framework, a strategy in order to help you make this happen for your business. Now, I will say this. Let me put my notes down for a minute. I will say this, that everyone is a brand. Everyone has a brand. If you don't think so, I'm here to tell you you're wrong. Everyone has a brand. You think of your favorite celebrity, your favorite person, politician, if you have a favorite politician, or the person that you admire most. And when you go to find their presence online, what do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Do you see something cohesive? Like if I go to Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or wherever, I see the same, image. I see the same colors. And beyond that, they speak the same everywhere. And when I mean speak, that's their brand voice. Like, are they funny? Are they serious? Do they have a wry sense of humor? Do they have a off brand kind of way of behaving? Like they don't talk the way that that other people in society talk or in the industry talk. And think about why you follow them. That's a part of their brand. And they may not know it. They may or may not know it. Now, if you know it and you're aware of it, then you can fine tune it to fit the needs of your audience. You can fine tune it to help you get clients. You can fine tune it to help you get customers that buy your products and services online. But part of this brand voice is that you have to know yourself, know what you're delivering and why you're delivering it, and also that somebody needs it. You have to know all of these things. So if you don't know them, it kind of creates a disconnect to where you're not sure. So we want to get rid of that uncertainty. And knowledge is a part of that. So that's why you're watching today, because you're going to get that knowledge, right? You're going to get that knowledge. Okay, so back to my notes. Now, brand positioning is important because it helps you to differentiate your products or service from your competitors. As a brand, you have to show your target audience what you do, and you have to make them believe in that. Why do you have to make them believe? Because that's a part of know, like, and trust. And some consumers, they don't know that they're doing that, but they're doing it so fast it's unconscious that they have a know, like, and trust. They know a brand, they like that brand, they trust their brand, they buy. And sometimes it's like that, and sometimes it's like, wait a minute, who are you and why should I buy? So that's more of a longer customer journey. All of this is about customer journey, getting from awareness of who your business is, your brand, and having them all the way to the end, which is having them purchase a product or a service from you. Okay, it's all about revenue for a business owner. All right, so you have to make them believe in that, and brand positioning helps you achieve that goal. It's about communicating to the world what you bring to the table and what's different about you. So brand positioning is what's different about you, your business, your brand, that's different from the rest of the people in your industry, in your market. All right, so I got some examples, don't worry. So think about one, which is coffee. Coffee is coffee, right? Or is it? Not really. Because some people see coffee as, well, okay, I just need something to get me going in the morning. Other people see it as, well, it's a status symbol because I'm holding that cup. And you know what brand I'm talking about, which I am going to bring up right now. Starbucks. Yes, Starbucks. Let me put myself here. Starbucks. Is there a place where Starbucks is not? Is there a place where that green logo is not recognized? Probably, yeah, there's probably a few places. But as far as brand positioning, Yes, that logo is distinctive, but also part of this brand positioning is that people use that cup as a status symbol. Some do. Some just like, okay, I just like the coffee. But when you're walking out of the Starbucks with your cup, it's for the world to see. And again, it's coffee. Some people can get coffee from, and see, here in New York, we get coffee from the cart. I think it's $1, $1.25, something like that. It's, it's not $5, $10. And it comes in a little blue and white cup with a little Greek thing on and a little white top. And we walk around with that, and it's like, it's coffee. Light, 2 sugars, or however you have it. Black with 2 sugars. However you order it, you go to the cart, you got your money, here's my cup, and you're not thinking about it. But people that go that Starbucks knows. Let me not say people. So Starbucks knows that there's this part of status part of it, because there's a whole process about ordering the coffee. So I gave the example of coffee carts here in New York on the street. You walk up to one, like, give me a coffee, like, 2 sugars. Oh, however you have it, 1 sugar, however you order it. There's a way to order it in New York, and it's real simple, like that. And you give them the money, and you go. When you go to Starbucks, you gotta know the terminology. You gotta know what size. You gotta know what flavor. Do you want foam? No foam? Whip? Do you want a shot? Do you want this? You want? There's a whole rigmarole. I call it rigmarole. I can't think of any other way to explain it. But there's a whole process of, you got to know what's there and how to say it to the barista, so they give you your order. Because if you don't, when you say give, you can't walk into Starbucks and say give me a coffee, because they're gonna go, what size, what flavor? Do you want this? Do you want that? What style? Do you want that? There's a whole bunch of questions that go with it that they're going to ask you. And so if you've been to Starbucks before, you know the whole process before you get there. You just go up there and say, give me a venti, da 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 da. Or this is even better. You use the app and you order it on the way to work. You're walking, I'm saying in New York, or other places. I guess you have drive-throughs or drive-ups or whatever, and you pre-order it on the app or in your phone. I think some of the things you can order in your car, like if you got the app in your car, depending on what kind of car you have. But all of these things are available, this way of ordering, so you can just go in and pick it up and leave, and I love that. But I'm just saying, if you're going in, so let's take a look at what's here. So this brand, part of this is the website, the branding. So when you come here, they're talking about, Starbucks knows that you want things seasonal. So they're talking about cold brew. Here's the new drink: caramel ribbon crunch, mocha cookie crumble, frappuccino. You can get it Uber Eats. They're going into May is Military Appreciation Month. I didn't know that. Oh, cool. So here they've got, different things for you to do besides get the coffee, and also have the coffee rewards. And I'm not signed in or anything, but let's go to the menu so you can see that, yes, it's coffee, but there's different kinds: hot coffee, cold coffee, tea. They serve food, and you gotta know how you want your drink. So that's the deal with Starbucks. Now, coffee is coffee, right? So let's look at Dunkin'. Okay, Dunkin' has a whole different brand position. Their brand position is, you're on the run, and even got a little icon about whether you're stopping in or ordering ahead. You could just get your coffee and go. You don't care about, well, it's a venti, no whip, no foam, almond milk, it's just like, hey, get the coffee, get a donut, and go, because you're on the run. Dunkin' done easy. You can use the app, so they know that you got places to go. And something fresh is always brewing here. So you see their brand positioning. They got their brand colors, yes, and it's called Dunkin' now instead of Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, yes, yes. They got espresso drinks. Da, 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 da. They also have something connected to Military Appreciation Month, but they're not calling it that. Just to give your hero a coffee break, and of course, where to find the nearest Starbucks. I mean, it's not Starbucks. Dunkin'. See, I get them mixed up. But if you've got the app, you just boop 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 order. I'm on my way. I gotta go somewhere. I don't have time to sit there and go. No, I want a tall or venti or this or espresso shot with the hazelnut or with the mocha. What the whole Starbucks thing is not here. This is like Dunkin', and I believe they tagline something out on the run. I can't remember it. So, and it's not here. I know it's something about Dunkin' on the run, or you got somewhere to go. We got to give you your coffee and your things and go. Okay. All of this is brand positioning. All of this is brand positioning. So I wanted to bring that up and show you. Brand positioning is very important. It's very important to know where your brand sits with your audience, with your customer. How do they feel about it? What kind of emotions do they have? What kind of experience will they have or they've had that forms in their mind and gets into that know, like, and trust factor? All right, so some of the advantages of brand positioning, let's talk about that. A unique and memorable, I can't get it out today, memorable brand position, you have a long list of advantages. So here's some of the advantages. People think of your brand first when they're ready to buy. Clear differentiation from the competition. We talked about that. Strengthen connection with your audience. Better understanding of your customers' challenges. Higher relevance in conversations about your market. Customers feel good about paying your high price point. And faster decisions around making a determination because they have a clear understanding of who you are and what you sell. Now, let me talk about a few of those things because I had another example. I'm not going to show on the screen, but think about an event planner or a wedding planner. What do they offer? What do they sell? They sell peace of mind. You're having a wedding, you want everything taken care of. You don't want the stress of, okay, where are the flowers? Where are the chairs? Where's the caterer? Where's the this? Where's that? That all those worries sits with the wedding planner. And if you're a good wedding planner and your motto should be the buck stops here with me. You're going to have a stress-free event. All you got to do is show up. You take care of the dress and the makeup and the hair. I'll do the rest. So if something last minute happens, the sprinkler system goes off and everything's wet. Wedding planner handles that. Okay, we're moving outside. Wedding planner handles that. So if you don't have a wedding planner, who handles that? Bride, the groom, somebody in the family, and everybody's running around. They don't know what to do. Well, what do we do? So you pay a wedding planner for that. Now, if you have one that says the buck stops with me, I take care of everything. You are worry free for the day or the weekend or whatever the time is that you're paying them. Then you're going to pay that price, and that person is going to have a very high price point. But it doesn't matter because this is a once in a life. Well, for some people, it's a once in a lifetime event. So you want this to be stress free, worry free, floating on a cloud. You want your bride to just bride and the groom have no worries. So the wedding planner takes care of that. And that's where you come in with somebody who says, well, I charge this amount and it's a high price. You're going to pay that if it's in your budget. Why? Because they're offering a service of the buck stops with me. You don't have to worry. I take care of all issues and all problems. That's what you want when you're having an event. Am I right? So on the other side of that, as a business, as a corporation or a brand, you're having an in-person event. Same thing. Have an event planner that makes sure that the venue is okay, that the all the permits are cleared. The seating is there, catering is there, the people that are supposed to show people where to sit, all of those things you pay an event planner for. Because what? If you're the speaker or you have speakers coming, all they got to do is come up and talk. And talk about the topic, and then they go about their business. So if you have an event planner, they plan the flow of the event, who stands where do you go, where's the refreshments or concessions for the speakers, and where's the refreshment and concessions for the people that are attending, and where do they go to sign in and register. Event planner does all of that. So if you have someone, again, who says the buck stops with me, all you got to do is sit back and relax. There's a higher price point for that. And guess what? You pay it because you want your event to go smoothly, because this will show that your business is your business or brand, you know what you're doing. Know, like, and trust, which leads to what? More clients and more customers at the end of this event, if it goes smoothly. So that's why you might have that want to go into that course and do that, because this is an example of, okay, someone is saying, okay, customer feel good about paying your higher price point. This is an example of that. Strengthen connection with your audience. That's another thing if you have a planner. Also, if you have a planner that says that, okay, no worries, the buck stops with me, that's a clear differentiation of what makes them different from the other people that do their job. And again, you're going to look at, okay, let me see your reviews. Let me see your satisfied customers. Who's got some good things to say about you? Because you promised the buck stops with me, you have a worry-free event. So you got to have the reputation behind that, because that will put trust into their minds, and also about paying the higher price point. So again, if you're doing that, you can charge a higher price point without any worries, because you're delivering. Okay, so that's a part of brand positioning. Now, how do you get this powerful brand positioning? There's a couple of steps. So step one, you want to analyze and understand what your customers want. Understand what your company and brand capabilities are. Understand how your competition is positioning their brand. So in the example with Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, they're aware of each other. So Dunkin' is not coming in trying to get into Starbucks positioning, because that's a different position. They're not in that level. They're both big, large corporations, but Dunkin' knows their lane. They know we're over here with, okay, simple coffee, simple donuts. You want to get in and out fast. You don't want the fancy coffee. You want, okay, get in and out. So that's their brand position. And Starbucks is like, I know that you want a special experience when you have coffee, because it's coffee. Comes from a bean. Pour hot water over and brew it. Serve it up, sugar, cream, whatever, and then, okay. But this is why we have the examples. Okay, so step two, when you're done everything in step one, you need to choose a positioning statement. And the statement is, okay, it's not a logo. It's not a tagline. The tagline comes out of this, because the tagline is a couple of words. This statement is going to be like a whole paragraph. It has to resonate with your consumers. It has to be deliverable. You have to deliver on your promise. And it has to be different from, remember, the key to this, different from your competitors. Different from your competition. So you want to have that statement. And then step three is to have this brand positioning that you just made in step 1 and 2 in everything you do, which is your brand personality, your packaging design, your product design, service design, your visual identity, that's your logo, your colors, your website, your fonts, your photos, images, graphics, and the way you communicate. All of that will be tied up in to your brand positioning. Okay? Now, I got another example that I wanted to bring up. Actually, I had two. Nope. All right, let me go. Let me show you this. All right, so here we are. So I use coffee. Now we're going to move to cookies. Cookies. Like cookies? Yeah, cookies. Now, Girl Scout cookies. Everybody know what that's about. Girl Scouts is an organization. They teach young women, young girls how to get skills, life skills, how to navigate in society and be good citizens. Okay, so a part of their fundraising is the Girl Scout cookies. Now, what's about this? Well, Girl Scout cookies are not available all year round. You can only get them from the Girl Scouts. Now, back in the day before we did everything online, you had to actually know a Girl Scout, or you went to work and the parents of the Girl Scouts came to work and you had this paper form and how many dosey dos and how many this and how many that and this and that and the shortbread, and you had to put how many boxes you want and you had to pay for them. Now, another thing about these Girl Scout cookies, they cost more. Cookies, I can go to the grocery store and get some chocolate chip cookies, store brand, whatever, depending on price, because I don't really care. But this is different. With Girl Scout cookies, you're supporting the Girl Scouts. You're supporting them. So, and then look, when you go how to buy cookies, I went, this is not the main site, this is a cookie, how to buy cookie link. But I want to show you, there's some brand positioning text on here I want to show you. So, Girl Scout cookies shipping nationwide. You can buy, the different ways. They got an app, you got text, all kind of things. But back in the day, it was a paper form. And they go into how they're wow, they're doing DoorDash. Look at that. So this is all smart brand positioning, and I want you to see that they have some text here. When you buy Girl Scout cookies, you help young entrepreneurs develop 5 essential life skills: goal setting, decision making, money management, people skill, business ethics. Girl Scouts put their cookie earnings to good use. 100% of it stays with the local council and troops. They use the money to fund a project that will improve their community or donate the money to a worthy cause. So, you're buying Girl Scout cookies. They're just cookies. I can get, like I said, I can walk to the store and or go to the grocery store and get cookies. But that's not what they're selling here. They are selling purpose. Purpose. When you buy Girl Scout cookies, you help young entrepreneurs develop 5 essential life skills. You're helping these young girls to develop themselves to be good citizens of the world. Not just a cookie. Cookie with a purpose. Brand positioning. Brand positioning. Now, I know Girl Scouts, they got the logo, it's green, and that is, those are the attributes. The brand positioning is that you are supporting girls, a troop. You're supporting them by making them, they're going to have projects that improve themselves and improve the community. You're giving. You're giving to the community by buying the cookies. Okay? And it used to be, well, the cookies weren't available all year round. Maybe they are now. See, look, don't know a Girl Scout? Use the Cookie Finder. Because before you had to know a Girl Scout to get these cookies. And trust me, people want these cookies. When the Girl Scout cookies coming out? When are they coming out? Anybody selling them? So, the Girl Scouts would have the forms and have their parents take it to work. They don't have to do that now. Maybe they do. I don't know. But, everything's online now. So, that's brand positioning. Brand positioning. Let me get rid of this double. So, brand positioning. Very important to a business. Very important. Very important part of branding. Okay? So, does everybody get what is brand positioning? Why is it important? Why you need to focus on it as a small business owner? Because everybody has a brand. Everybody has a brand. Not your logo and your colors. It's who you are. What you're presenting, what you're promising, what you're delivering, and what you're promising. Do those things meet? Know, like, and trust. Brand positioning is about elevating your business above the competition with something that is different from all of the others. What is the thing that makes you stand out? What is the thing that makes you different and elevates you? And it's not pricing. Oh, I have the cheapest price. Well, I just gave you an example that some people will look at brand, look at your brand or your business based on a higher cost. Not just a lower. It's not about we're going to compete on price. It might be something else where your market feels better if the price is higher. I just gave you an example: the event planner, the wedding planner. Those people are going to want, some of them are going to be budget conscious, yes, but some will be like, I want this to be a stress-free event, worry-free event. I don't care how much it costs. I got a budget. Who's going to give me that? Me. And once you do that for one, word of mouth travels, your reviews travel, and people go, well, I want that. Okay, well, this is, what's your budget? Well, my price point is this because I deliver X, Y, and Z. I'm the buck stop here person. I'm the person that if something goes wrong, I fix it. I don't say, well, go to the bride or the groom and fix it. I don't know. That's not what they do. So there's a higher price point involved. So I talked about some of those. About and a customer feel good about paying your high price point. That's one example. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we got for today. That's what we got. We've got. You want to think about those things. Okay, so you want to think about your brand positioning, how it fits into your brand strategy, what's the advantages, what are you going to get, how is it going to help you with your revenue, with your bottom line of making sales and getting more money. Well, your brand positioning is a thing that, well, in a sea of everybody looks the same to me as a customer, you're going to rise above with your brand positioning of, I do this, I give you this. You get this when you do business with my brand, with my business. You don't get that with the others. Or maybe there's one or two that you're all on the same, but you're going to have another thing that you figure out to say, well, I stand out from those other two people. You figure out what it is. It's not price. It could be aftercare. It could be customer service after they bought. No one thinks about that as a business. After the customer buys, you're like, well, bye bye. No, you want to keep them happy, so you're going to make sure they have any issues or problems they have with your product or your services. You're going to clear that up. I'm going to fix the mess. I'm going to clear up the mess. That's where reputation management comes in, which is another topic we'll talk about in another video. Okay, so just think about those things that I mentioned. Make sure your brand positioning statement is something that it declares who you are and makes you stand out from the competition. Basically, that's what it is. You need to stand out from the competition. This is not marketing, which that marketing has nothing to do with standing out from the competition, and branding does. Okay? So these are things you want to think about. If you have questions, let me know. Send me a message, put a comment, DM me, find me everywhere. Terry Johnson online. All right, so I will see you guys in the next video, next week's chat, and thank you for watching.